Hello, everyone. I hope you had a good Christmas, and I hope that now you are getting yourself ready and your mind ready to start the new year. So today, I wanted to talk a little bit about our 2017 reflections of the year and moving forward. Hi, Rebecca. Moving forward to 2018. So what I wanted to do is a 3-part series. So I'm going to do part 1 today, part 2 tomorrow, and part 3 on Saturday. And what we're going to do in each series is we're going to answer a few questions. So the first question is, what am I grateful for and proud of this year? The second one is, what do you want to let go of and leave behind? And the third one is, how are you, Rebecca? The third one is, what is the number one goal that you really want to accomplish for 2018? So stay tuned for all of those questions. And, if you want to get some paper out, a pen to write a few things down that may help you or stick with you, that would be awesome. And I also have these rocks. Hi, Rita. And hi, Amy. And if you want to know what these rocks are all about, and what they have to do with what we're going to talk about, stick with me and watch the 3 series of today, tomorrow, and Saturday so that you can know what the rocks are about. So let's start with the first question. What am I grateful for and proud of this year? What are you grateful for? What are you proud of this year? As you think about that, sometimes we tend to think a lot about our year as we're getting closer to the end, and we start thinking like, oh no, I didn't accomplish this goal or this other thing that I wanted to do, or it was a really bad year. I had a lot of challenges. I don't really think I had a good year. And we start thinking about more of like the negative things that happened during the year. But for right now, I want you to just focus on the positive. So take a few moments to think about, what are you grateful for that happened for you this year? And then also think about, what are you most proud of that you were able to accomplish this year? And as you do, just take some time to write it down. And you're going to start realizing, as you start your, what am I grateful for? You're going to start realizing there's so much to be grateful for, so many different things. And the other thing is, when you start writing, what am I most proud of, you may find things that maybe you hadn't thought of before. So as you think about that, I'm going to share a little bit of my story or my experience this year. So 2017 for me, one of the things I'm really grateful for is the ability and opportunity to be able to, I actually lived in 4 different places this year. And I didn't realize that until I was actually thinking about it. So I started my year off in Puerto Rico. We had moved there in December. So we were there in Puerto Rico up until March. And then in March, we were in Calgary for about 2 months. And then we moved back to Courtney, and we were there for another 2 months. And then we moved to Campbell River, which is where I live now, which is like not very far from Courtney, like an hour maybe. Anyway, so I've lived in 4 different places this year. It's crazy. But I'm really grateful for that opportunity because I feel like it opened up a chance for me to be able to be in different places and meet different people and learn different things. And as I was thinking about this, as I was reflecting on my year and the things that have happened throughout the year, it hasn't been without challenges. There have been many challenges. Obviously, when you're moving, there's challenges in itself, right? In just moving. But have been different challenges. But that's for another day. I'm going to talk about that another day. What I want to talk about today and share with you is something really interesting that happened throughout the year. I started my year off really wanting to focus on loving myself more and being able to bring more love for myself back into my life. And as many of you know, I have been sharing a few of those things with you throughout the year that have worked for me and that I'm doing to be able to do that. And as I started to do that, to do those little things that make me me and, love and accept myself at where I am in life and I realized and I started seeing in my life that more of my goals that I had set for myself, they were being accomplished. I was able to accomplish them because I was really focusing on loving myself and being good to myself and doing all of those things. Hi, Claudia. Doing all of those things that really matter to help you put you in the right place of mind and to give you positive thoughts. So I some of the things that I'm proud of that I was able to accomplish this year was I had set myself some goals to do some training that I really wanted to do. And some of those trainings were the hypnobirthing practitioner, so teaching hypnobirthing classes, and you have to take a training for it. So I was able to do that in January, and then I had another goal, which was to take the integrative drum facilitator drumming training, and that was in Calgary, and that's one of the reasons why we went to Calgary after Puerto Rico. So I did that, and that was amazing. I loved it, and it also helped me to realize a lot of things about myself that I wanted to improve, and I also wanted to let go of. So that was 2, and then my other goal was to be able to do my Zumba training. And because I moved around a lot, I wasn't able to do the Zumba training in the different areas because they weren't coinciding with the dates wherever I was. But I have good news. I did sign up for the one coming up in February here on the island. So I'm really excited about that. It gives me something to look forward to and to be excited about. And just like as I was saying before, it was like I had this goal to be able to give back to myself and love myself more and be able to, take that time for myself when I needed it and work on things that I really love and that I really enjoy. And as I was doing that, all of these things that I had goals and different things that I wanted to do, I was able to do easier and I was able to accomplish these goals. So I just take a moment to think about that for yourself. As you love yourself and as you're good to yourself and you put yourself first and you are able to bring things back that maybe you haven't been doing in your life because life gets busy or you have kids. As you bring those things back into your life and you're able to give yourself a little bit of time to be good to yourself, your mind and everything starts to focus more on the goals you want to accomplish, and it becomes easier for you to accomplish those goals. The other goal was obviously, and all of us have this goal, I'm assuming, is to improve my health and lose weight. And I have been doing that, and I have been losing weight, and I'm still in that process, and it's still a goal that I'm continuing to work on, which I'm happy about. But more than anything, I think one of the things that I'm most grateful for is this place where we found to live. And I wanted to share that experience with you because it's funny how sometimes we in our minds, have set these things that we want to do or we want to accomplish. But it's interesting how in life there's a lot of uncertainty. And although, we look forward to 2018, we really don't know what 2018 will bring, but all we can bring is a positive mind and loving ourselves so that we can make the right choices. And so when we were in Puerto Rico, this is one of the reasons to the questions that I asked, that I said, what am I most grateful for? We were in Puerto Rico and we had decided to move back at the end of March, and then we were kind of in limbo because we were going to Calgary so we could do some training, and then we came back to Courtney, and hi Amy, the rentals out here weren't that good, and we were trying to figure out, like, Courtney was the last place where we were living before, and we were trying to figure out how we were gonna, find a place for us, a place to rent for us, and we were trying to figure it all out. Campbell River was never in our thoughts and in our minds to move, but my husband does work in Campbell River, so he was traveling back and forth, trying, from his work and stuff, and it would take him an hour to go back and forth, like every morning, an hour to get here, an hour to get back home. And anyway, we had never thought of Campbell River as one of our places to live. And hi Gina. And so as we were making these decisions, different things were coming up, and in Courtney, nothing, we couldn't find anything. It was crazy. There was too many people needing to rent and not enough places to rent, really. That was the situation. So we were like, so what do we do? Do we just like, I don't know what to do. Do we rent a basement or like go and like do an Airbnb for another month until we find a place? Like we weren't finding what we wanted to do, to rent. And so in the end, we were really thinking about it. We're like, you know what? We need to be more open. We need to be thinking about this in a different way. And I always say this is like, if you keep doing what you've always done, you will always get what you've always gotten. So you keep getting the same results. So in order for you to get different results, you have to do something different. And so we started like trying to figure out, you know, maybe, and then the idea came, we're like, well, he's already going to Campbell River to work. Maybe we should just move there. And then he'd be so much closer to work. He doesn't have to do this like crazy traveling back and forth. And, you know, it'll be easier for us to manage our commuting and our family life because he's closer to work. Anyway, so this was the idea. He went back to work because he was on parental leave. He went back to work, and in the meantime, we were trying to figure out if we could find a place to live in Campbell River. And the very first day he went back to work, there was a lady that was talking to him that he knows, and they were discussing, you know, like, oh, how's your family doing? What are you always up to and stuff? And as he was doing that, as he was talking to her, he was like, oh, yeah, we're just, you know, he casually mentioned we're like looking for a place to rent and stuff like that. And she was like, oh, she's like, do you know that there's a place that my son is renting right now that's coming up for rent, and it's actually right in front of the ocean, and it's like 3-bedroom, and it's a house, and it's like 5 minutes from here. My husband's like, what? And she's like, yeah, and it's coming up this very next month. Like, you should apply really soon. And honestly, like, he calls me that very day and tells me this, and I was just in shock. I was like, what? By the ocean, 3-bedroom house? Like, are you serious? And I don't know, I guess I was in shock, and I didn't want to be like too excited in case we didn't get it, but I was like, wow, like the very first day he went back to work. Okay. So anyway, so this whole thing happened, and then we obviously applied, and there was a lot of people that applied for this home, and we got the house. And that is how we have this amazing place in front of the ocean. And I am so grateful for that. And it wasn't something that was in our plans to begin with. Like, we weren't thinking of moving to Campbell River at all. But as soon as we opened up our mind and said, you know what, let's think outside the box. Maybe let's try something different. As soon as that happened, it was like the opportunity came. And it worked out smoothly. And we were able to, you know, move here, and we've been really happy. Like, his work is pretty close, and I am just really grateful for that because it just brings me a lot of happiness. I love the ocean. I don't know how many people know that, but I just love the ocean. Okay, I love the ocean. I love the beach. I just love being around the ocean. And when he told me that the house was in front of the ocean, I was like, yeah, Britt, are you serious? Like, that's amazing. Like, that is exactly where I would love to live. And so the reason why I share this story is because, you know, think about that in your life, and think about, you know, this year that has passed or that is almost done. What are some of those things that were unplanned, that you never really planned for, but you're really grateful that they happened, and they came because they were meant to be for you. And so as you reflect on the year and you think about those challenges maybe that you've had, also think about those times where, you know, something happened that you didn't even plan for, and it was exactly what you needed. And those are the moments and things that I feel we can be really, really grateful for, because I feel like it lets us know that there's somebody out there that cares for us, somebody out there that knows us and wants to help us with our lives. And so I leave you with that. And as you reflect on this year, reflect on the things you're grateful for, and the things that you're proud of, the things that you've been able to accomplish this year. And it may not be perfect, but you've been able to accomplish the things that matter to you. So write those things down, and I will see you tomorrow for part 2 about what you want to let go of and leave behind before moving on to 2018. because it's important to leave behind things that are no longer serving you. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, give it a like. Hi, Amy. Give it a like and share it with somebody that you might think may need it or might enjoy listening to it. The Happy Corner is my business, so if you want to give it a like, go to my business page, The Happy Corner. And I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to talk to some of you and connect with some of you. I hope you have a wonderful new year, and I will see you tomorrow for part 2. So stay tuned, and we will talk about the rocks. I'll see you. Bye.